Oh, baie dankie, you. And now, one of the coolest parts of being a presenter is definitely the traveling. But do we ever stop to consider what effect this has on our surroundings? Well, becoming increasingly popular is the travel trend known as responsible tourism, which minimizes our negative social and environmental impact, and something which has become a reality in South Africa at 35,000 feet above sea level.
African air travel increased by 3% in 2015, more than double the previous year. With more passengers, we need to consider the environmental impact of our journeys.
One of the best things about traveling is getting the opportunity to leave our footprints in some of the world's most magical places. And the most responsible way to do that is to minimize our negative impact on the environment. Today, as we witness a landmark occasion in aviation across the continent, many of us can now rest easy knowing that we can make more memories while minimizing our carbon footprint.
Being on board on Africa's first commercial green flight is actually a great experience because I don't know, like I'm more of a go green person, so it kind of adds more value to the goals of sustaining the environment.
I wasn't actually aware of it until I got on board. It's a very nice surprise actually to hear about these initiatives to make renewable energy a more common form of transport.
I really think this is the right approach. It's new technology. It's definitely the way to go.
I think people are more environmentally conscious and aware of all the different things about going green, and everybody's trying to contribute, be it in their personal lives, and I think it's good that when you travel, now you know you're also going green with your travel as well.
I think our passengers are going to be so happy. We're just hoping that also, like the captain has mentioned earlier, that is going to be more cost effective. So I think hopefully the prices might go down. We're just hoping for that.
And seeing as though we are the first airline to do this, I'm sure that most passengers will now want to fly with Mango because, you know, it's cleaner, it's greener, so it's way better than everything else.
Studies have shown that a sustainably produced biofuel emits 50 to 80% lower carbon emissions than jet fuel. This African aviation milestone was welcomed by the industry.
What biofuel really means in terms of aviation is that the environmental footprint really is like putting on a smaller shoe. The emissions are less, the fuel burn is far more efficient. At the end of the day, it's organic matter and it reduces our reliance on fossil fuels. You know, the biofuel flight is really only one of the initiatives that we've done. We've made our aircraft lighter, we carry less weight in the sky, so our fuel burn is less emissions. We put lighter seats in our aircraft as well. So it's really important to look at as many little initiatives as you can to make a bigger difference.
A lot of people are involved in this accomplishment. Can you tell us more about the collaborations that made this momentous occasion happen?
Ian Cruikshank, who conceived this whole entire idea, approached Boeing, approached the farmers, and he's got an absolute passion for it. Mango, being part of the SAA group, strongly supports him and strongly supports the notion of responsible aviation. And to that extent, I think the SAA group and Mango are leading the aviation sector, probably in the Southern Hemisphere, we'd like to think.
You are quite closely involved with the creation of this fuel. Can you tell us what it is and what exactly it does?
It's a variety of tobacco that contains no nicotine, but it has enlarged flowers and seed pods. So what we do is we crush these seeds and it produces 2/3 of the seed cake that we can actually use as an animal feed. So it contributes to feed security. We don't need to import animal feed. We can actually produce it here. And then the last third is an oil, and that oil is particularly suited to producing a biofuel, which is great for the environment.
This already is a long-term alternative to conventional petroleum fuel. The supply chains exist. We were on a commercial flight today. It was not a test flight, it was a commercial flight. This is in regular commercial service around the world, this type of fuel, renewable aviation fuel. And that is going to continue and grow literally and metaphorically around the world, and especially here in South Africa because of the needs of the economy and rural development and jobs.
In aviation, we don't have an alternative to using liquid fuels to fuel aircraft. So the only way that we can actually reduce our impact on the environment is to change the fuel that we use.
Now Mango Airlines is proudly one of the 2,500 global passenger flights using various forms of biofuel, investing into a cleaner and greener future for all South Africans.